Good morning. Um, so in the last video, they told me to start affirming and calling in my abundance because I've been putting 10 months into work on clearing my karma through using breath work, mostly intention and light body activating. And now I really need to start manifesting. Like, the time is coming. If I know that all the timing is going to be perfect and divinely timed and feel miraculous and synchronistic. And I know that because I am channeling information that is being confirmed back to me through very popular YouTube channels. And recently my algorithms are starting to show me videos on explaining ascension symptoms, specifically regarding your body becoming crystalline. And I've noticed in the sun that my skin and my hair will shine in ways I've never seen it shine before. So, but in the 3D, I'm embarrassed to tell you how much I'm struggling in the 3D. So, but they want me to use these tools, these light body activating tools, to do everything, and they don't want me to slow down. They said if they make things easy, if they allow too much abundance in right now before I start doing some more work, like I still have more fine tuning to do before they're gonna let me have that. So let's get to it. And just this morning, I know I shouldn't be on my phone in the morning, but I saw, that guy on Mind Valley. I basically would study what he studies and do what he does if I had that lifestyle, but I don't. So I just think he's fascinating and he's on the right track with figuring out the secrets about manifesting and reality and all this. And he wrote a book called The Buddha and the Badass. I don't know if that's the exact title, but I would go buy it right now and read it. That's what I'm called to read right now, but I can't, and it's probably not available at the library yet. So I'm going to ask my guides to channel what he is teaching in that book. I believe you can. Edgar Cayce put his head on a book and he fell asleep and then he knew what was in the book. So, and what he mentioned briefly, why I'm interested in it, is that he said he took his future version, like he imagined his future version that he wants to become, and he is going to teach in the book how to bring it into the present moment. So that's what my guides want me to know, how to accelerate this this journey. And I want to see what they have to say, because I also need to figure out what to do in the morning. And apparently I don't like to rest. Apparently I just want to work. I just want to be comfortable. I just want things to go well, and I'm willing to do that at all hours of the day. So I'm going to use my morning relaxation time to figure out how to be in the minds, how to feel my future self right now. All right, Rosalind, Jocelyn, that's your task. I'm giving you tasks now. How do I feel my future self now? Because I know I have some fear barriers to, like, being a business owner and an entrepreneur, and that's all I can see myself doing. I can't go back to work for a 9 to 5. I couldn't do it. I'd fall asleep at my desk. I know I would. So, and I can't just put my kids in childcare after school. There's a place for that, but I've been parenting long enough. That's not what I want for them. So I got to make this business work, and I've got some fear barriers to that future self that's successful. Take it away. Dear Kelly, thank you for joining with us. Oh, yeah, you see how it's going to get fun now, right? Now we're going to start manifesting. Now we're going to start looking at the tools of abundance, but you had work to do first. So that needs to come first. The work on yourself, the integrity that you need to step into, that has to happen first. You have to be in alignment with your truth before you can manifest abundance. Okay, and you got to be aware that there could still be some subconscious stuff holding you back. But you do have a way of dealing with it, especially if you wake up in the morning and check in with yourself, check in with your body. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You just naturally scan your body for tension when you do that. If you follow your breath, all the way in, you're going to be witnessing any tension along the path of that breath. Okay? And if you see any tension, send light. Okay? So in the morning when you wake up, do your 5 minutes of breathing in a relaxed, enjoyable way. And as you're attempting to focus on your breath, which is going to be interrupted by busy thoughts of fears or concerns or just distractions that you have, send light to those. Just say a quick prayer for all the problems in your life, okay? But don't forget to also send gratitude for the things that are going right, such as your breath. Okay, these are foundational. These are basic. These are things that need to happen before you can work on abundance. So every single morning, when you call on your guides, also call on gratitude. Gratitude for the abundance you've already experienced. Just because you don't have everything doesn't mean that you haven't been blessed this whole time. And you know that. We've told you that before, that you've been blessed. And you're considering, what do you want your entrepreneurship to look like? And you've decided that you don't want to travel. A lot of these channeling speakers travel, and you don't want that. You don't want to sit in an airport. You don't want to get to the airport on time. You don't want to drag your kids everywhere. You don't want to homeschool abroad. Not anymore. You did that. You traveled. So that's the abundance that you've already received, Kelly. You've traveled a lot. And it's wonderful. It colors your life, and it brings desires for what you want where you are. You look at the way Americans do things and you're like, wow, there are other ways of doing things. And there was a reason for you to have that path. So you could bring these dreams in and then be given the tools of manifestation to bring them into America. Okay? America is the new Atlantis. America is where these things are going to grow from seeds. These movements of abundance and light workers and star seeds. They're all over the world, but everybody looks to America. And this is where it needs to start and it needs to grow. So you want to bring in your future self. But just like it's awkward to be grateful for what you have, it's awkward to see a successful version of yourself because you're still shaking off all this guilt. You're shaking off all of this undeserving mindset that you were programmed to have. Okay, so we're going to take you through a visualization. Okay, we're going to play with a little hypnosis and a little subconscious mind games so that you can step into visualizing your highest version, feeling it. It's one thing to look outside yourself and see someone who's successful and go, I want to be like that. But it's a completely different ballgame to feel yourself becoming that. And that is the next step to manifesting abundance, is to feel it, because this is all a dream. It really is a dream. It's a dream where you're asleep in the dream. Okay, and to wake up, to consciously choose how you're dreaming, to lucidly dream, it's in your feelings. So let's give you a visualization to do in the morning so that you can feel your highest version inside you. So what we're going to do, what we're showing you now, is that imagine there's a tunnel in Earth, okay? It's a slide. It's a water slide, okay? So you're sitting there and you're holding the outside circle of the slide. And there's a little bit of water and you're wearing a swimsuit, and you just put your feet in and you slide down the slide. And it takes you deep, deep, deep into the center of Earth, to the crystal core of Mother Earth. Well, we've been hinting to you that at the center of Earth is her crystal core, which is this opalescent liquid of light. It's white. It's got marbly rainbow colors in it, like an opal. And there's glittery specks of light, like a firework, in this liquid. And what is this liquid? It's the essence of unconditional love. It's the essence of forgiveness, and we want you to bathe in this liquid. We want you to swim in it like you're swimming in that pool in Stuttgart at the Schwaben Garden. I don't remember, there was a spa. Oh man, if America started those, oh, that would be good times. That was amazing. So you're in a pool, okay? Now you're swimming in this liquid forgiveness, and it's just dissolving anything you've ever done in this life that you feel bad about. It's dissolving the karma that you brought into this life from past lives. Spend some time swimming in this water. You recently had an experience of skinny dipping on your way home from Shasta. You pulled over for some reason, and the kids were grumpy, and Kamara was like, she was gay, man, and you took her, you were like, you saw out the side of your window there was a little river creek along the side of the freeway, and you're like, wouldn't it be cool if I could go swim in that? And then you pulled over for whatever reason it was, and the kids were grumpy, and they just wanted to sit back on their phones in the car, and it was hot. And you and Kamara were like, I wonder if we can get down to that creek. So you go down there, and sure enough, oh my gosh, it was the perfect little swimming spot. And you were like, come on, let's just do this fast. Let's just not think twice. And you both stripped down and you just jumped in. She's like, Mom, I want to do that again. So she stayed in longer, but it was worth it. And you just got in and out real quick because you didn't want anyone to see you, and you knew you had to rush back to the car. But that's the feeling. Imagine you're just skinny dipping in this forgiveness elixir. Fluid. Anyway, it's unconditional love in liquid form. Every day, breathe it in, and it becomes a practice of mind to practice forgiveness. Now, this is your imagination. You can do anything you want. You don't have to go back up that slide to the center of the earth. You can teleport back to the surface. Okay? So let's take an elevator. Let's dry off, put some clothes on, wear something cute. And off to the right, you see an elevator, and you go step inside. And it takes you up. Back up to the surface. Because you like being outside, don't you? So we're at the surface now, and put yourself in a scene of nature, much like you are in now, where you have this little log to sit on. And right in front of you is a pool of water, and you look down in it, and it's clear, but you can see your reflection on the surface. And in the reflection of yourself, you're going to see the future version of yourself. It doesn't need to be an exact mirror, because too much imagery is going to lose the feeling element. We really want you to feel into this version of yourself, okay? So this version of yourself that's reflecting back to you in this pool of clear, beautiful water, it's only a half a foot deep, okay? Your feet can sit in the water, rest in the water. And as you look into it, feel into the version of yourself in the future that you imagine you will be when you have a successful business. Now, through everything you've gone through this year, all the conditioning you've done to your personality to be more responsible and live with integrity, you see that you're responsible with your money. You keep track of it. You spend some time every month keeping track of it, writing it down. What do I need to keep track of? What do I need to organize a little bit better? Okay, do I need to log in somewhere and take care of something? You do that effortlessly. You have a list of goals that you want to achieve. You have a list of things that you want to purchase. You're conscious of your finances. Okay, In your friendships and your social groups and your acquaintances and your colleagues, you have good relationships. You only keep people in your life that are supportive of your goals, encouraging, positive, but also they give you honest feedback. The people in your life, they help you. You've got people around you that you trust because you live in integrity and you expect the people in your life to also be in integrity. Otherwise, you wouldn't want their influence. And so you have healthy boundaries with people who don't live with integrity because you don't want that influence in your life. So your finances and your relationships are in order. When you look at your body, you know that you take time to rest and you take time to exercise and you take time to be in nature and you ground and you live with healthy food. You drink coconut water with liquid mint spirulina or chlorophyll and maybe a little bit of monk fruit or agave to sweeten it and whatever else inspires you. When you want a cocktail, you use the kava supplement, or you do engage with a little bit of marijuana from time to time. The plant medicines aren't processed, not the processed kind. Nothing electric, just the plants that grow from the earth, because the earth is integrity, and I trust what comes from the earth. But it's not very often. It's a celebratory thing. Otherwise, you have good health because you're breathing and your mind in your relationships is consistent with positive thinking and integrity. And you're constantly learning because you're constantly curious and you're constantly respecting people that you stumble upon on YouTube and otherwise, and you want to learn more. And so you are constantly learning more. And you meditate and you pray and you listen and you channel. And you see now that you've got these things in alignment, your health, your relationships, and your finances are in alignment in this way. Then you look at your business and you go, what do I want to do now that I know what I know? Well, you definitely want to gather in community. Farm to table was a recent thing that really inspired me. Connecting local farms with outdoor community meals, because there's nothing better than fresh vegetables from the local farm. Oh my gosh. Kelly is blessed with a CSA that she got half off, half a share. And every week they're sending her basil and tomatoes. All she has to do is go pick up some mozzarella, and she's got this caprese, which is just the best food in the summer. It's the best. Basil and fresh tomatoes. Tomatoes, every time she goes to the grocery store, and she has to get the vine ripened tomatoes if she goes to the grocery store because she can still smell the tomato plant on the vine. So these are the ways that you can align with the future that you want to bring in, these little things. But let's go back into it. So you're an entrepreneur. Yeah, yes, you work online because you do want to reach people who can't drive everywhere. But you also definitely want to gather in person. And you have access to a yurt. And when you teach your hypnobirthing, which is really what you're looking to visualize right now is your hypnobirthing, you've gone over the material so much that it's second nature to you. And you channel at the same time. You ask your guides to be present before every class. You call on your guides to be present. And when someone asks a question, they'll tell you what that person needs to hear. So there will be channeling in these classes. And you know that it's okay to make mistakes, Kelly. It's okay. You know, do your due diligence, go over the material so that you're fresh with it. But if you forget something, maybe it wasn't necessary for that group, you know. And you just pray that everybody hears what they need to hear before class. So we're going to send light to your preparation because we know you're challenging with resources still and you don't have a lot of time. You want to get these kids off electronics, but you live in an apartment and there's no park close by. So take your hypnobirthing to the park, where you've got a dedicated time to sit there and let the kids play, and go to a different park. Keep it fresh, okay? The kids are going to learn how to play again. They are. And work on your material so that you don't really have to read anything. You just know it, okay? For the rest of August, that's what you're going to do. Take them to the park and go over the material. You've got stuff downloaded on your computer, so you don't need Wi-Fi. Okay, that's the due diligence that you need to do to get rid of the guilt and to feel like you're free to step forward into this practice, into this lifestyle. Okay, there are answers, and we are here waiting to give you these answers. Oh, that's interesting. 20 minutes. Whoa. 21 minutes. Wow. Okay. Okay, so you're at the pond, and was that the time's up alarm? Is that what that was? Wrap it up, Kel. You're at the pond. Blow yourself a kiss. Okay? Send some love into future self, your future self. Okay? We are your future self, Kelly. And we are sending you love and guidance and light. We're proud of you. And we're excited for you. And we're excited for all the people that work with you. And so it is. Namaste.